back. I know it's been a bit since you've been on the channel or I've put anything up, but we're back at home. Got the car here. We're haven't really done an awful lot. I'll take you back for a little bit of a walk around so you guys can be all refreshed of where we're at. Just in case anyone's new watching, they can see what we're doing and what we're building. But yeah, so haven't done an awful lot, but today I'll just be customising the tunnel and dropping the new motor and box in. So if you're new, this is where my S13's at the moment. We've pretty much got our rear end all complete with the rear rad and big twin 16-inch thermo fans, because I've had overheating issues in the past, so I don't really want that to keep happening. Got rid of all the glass and gone Lexan. So the air will come down and into the rad in the back here. We've made our firewall up. And we've got our custom fuel cell off to the side here to offset my weight. A little washer bottle tank, and where our battery will be going. You can see it a bit better in here. But for now, I'm just going to jump up the front and I'm going to cut the tunnel out so we can get the new motor in. So I finished trimming the tunnel to make some room for the gearbox, but while I was trimming that, I decided I was going to cut the whole tube front off. Going to do a new tube front, and the new tube front will be able to support all the headlights and stuff, as with the previous one I wasn't able to run it, and in the end I just didn't like the look of it without headlights. I just needed to make it look like a bit of a proper car and not something out of Mad Max. But for now I'm going to chuck in the motor and gearbox with my dad. So as you can see, we've obviously stepped away from the LS and we've gone Barra. Why we went Barra? There was nothing necessarily wrong with the LS, and everything worked on the LS. I just really wanted to have an inline six in my car. I love the sound of them. I really wanted a 2J, but here in Australia, they're really hard to find. I couldn't even find one when I was looking. And if I could, I knew the price was going to be pretty expensive. So I decided, well, Joe decided to go Barra. I wanted to go RB, but it costs a lot of money to make the power that I sort of want out of an RB, like reliable power out of an RB, I should say. and then you got to, you know, what gearbox you put behind it, and you have to do a gearbox conversion. So by the time I was pricing all that up, it started getting pretty expensive as well. And Joe came up with the idea of going a Barra, which I really liked because I do love Fords, and I love the Barra. I think they sound really good when they're done right. I think they're a hard engine to make sound really good, but I'm hoping that I can make mine sound good. I'm really excited to drive it with the 6 and see how different it is. But you can see it's all mounted in there now. Joe made up these engine mounts for me. They look really nice. We've moved the rack forward 30mm, which we were never able to do with the LS because it hit on the sump. The motor is not sitting 100% as the gearbox is not on its mount, so it is a little bit lower than what it probably will be. We'll be up a little bit higher because it is just rubbing and rolling on the steering rack. But yeah, I was really stoked when we moved the rack forward, so I don't have to run the forward-facing rack spaces because they always come loose and they turn when you're on full lock, and they were just a bit of a pain in the ass, and it changed all the geometry. So I'm really keen to drive with that. But for now, I'm just going to chuck the manifolds on. So I got the turbo manifold and the intake manifold, and they look bloody awesome, and I'm really stoked to show you. So when I was looking for a turbo manifold, obviously wanted something that was proven to be strong and to be able to put up with the abuse that the car's going to get. So I chose to go with the 6-boost twin scroll, twin gate setup. I absolutely love the black that they come in, and they're just an all-round good, well-known brand. So I really was excited to be working with it. I'm overly excited it came with studs. I couldn't find any studs anywhere for Barras. So when I seen that the 6-boost had actually come from, it was a big win. I got overly excited, but I know the surface area isn't clean, but the head has to go off and get built anyway. So I'm just purely bolting it all up just for a dummy purpose to see how it all goes. Well, there it is. It's all mounted in there. 2 gates to be here on the side. They'll probably be our closest thing that we'll have for anything that's really going to impact. But it seems to be, you know, for a manifold that wasn't built to go in this car, it seems like a pretty good direct bolt-in fit. The turbo may be a bit close to the brake booster, well, master, sorry. But I'll go grab it now, and I'll quickly dummy bolt it back up and see how it goes. I am using the turbo that I was running on the LS, so it might be a bit big, it might be a bit laggy. If it is, we'll just switch it out, I'll buy a new one, but I really want to see how it goes. So I'm just going to bolt it up and we'll see how she looks on here.
To show a Fiji I was cool. When I finally got sober, I'm 10 years old, motherfucker, there was something to do. I'm living out in LA. I drive a sports car just to prove that I'm a real big baller, cause I made $1 million and I spent it on girls and shoes. But you don't wanna be high like me, never really know why like me. You don't ever wanna step off that roller coaster all alone. And you don't wanna ride the bus like this, never knowing who to trust like this. You don't wanna be stuck up on that stage singing, stuck up on that stage singing. Oh, I know I said songs, I said songs. Oh, I know I said songs, I said songs.
So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I'm really gonna get stuck back into the car. So when this video is actually out, I want some, you know, content coming out quite frequently and some good updates on the car. I've got a lot of parts for this car, believe it or not. With all this coronavirus and not really being able to do much, I have bought a lot of parts. I just haven't had Joe to be able to come around and help me fit them and stuff, and I don't want to do anything necessarily wrong and you know, make his job twice as hard. So hopefully if everything hopefully soon starting to ease, he can come down here and we can really get cracking on the car and get it done. But you know, hang around and hang in there, and I hope you really like the way where the build's going and what we're building, and hopefully soon we can have some videos of me at the track. I'm hoping to have the car done by the end of the year, and hopefully have a good couple of practice days in the car. Then we'll get straight into the season, and we'll have some videos of me actually competing and not just a shell in my garage anymore. But I'll see you guys around for the next one.